Traveling outside Los Angeles. You won't. You're on the job. And outside LA is outside your jurisdiction. Even if you weren't in the Rep Detect unit, it's very rare for anyone from LA to leave the city. You have. Megacities are largely self-sustaining municipalities, so while faceless corporate trade may occasionally occur, most megacities and their constituents don't traditionally communicate or share resources. There's only so much left on the planet after all. And since each city is controlled by a different collection of megacorps, each possesses its own identity, protocols, standards, and agendas. The Energy Empire. In the fossil fuel era, this valley of fire-spitting smokestacks was the iconic face of LA, and a major factor in its downfall and the poisoning of the environment. Thankfully, much has changed since then, and the desert lands once known as the Grapevine and the Inland Empire are now the Energy Empire, a vast landscape solely relegated to farming, storing, and shipping energy for the city. Solar fields, wind turbines, nuclear fission plants, and protein farms stretch as far as the eye can see. Protein farms are particularly prevalent the closer you get to Vegas, as only the Wallace-owned bioreactors can grow protein, such toxic soil. Hello, and welcome to Electric Memory, a Blade Runner campaign set in the world of the films and using the system published by Free League Press. We are also using the Roll20 virtual tabletop, including the wonderful music provided within the platform. As a content note, this game deals with many of the same themes as the films, including unreliable memory, mistaken identity, mistaken heritage, and loss of innocent life. Viewer discretion is advised. The game also presumes that player characters will be Blade Runners, part of a semi-autonomous unit attached to the LAPD. As an Angelino, I can tell you that the LAPD sucks, they have always sucked, and they will probably continue sucking until the heat death of the universe. This show is not meant to be propaganda in any way, and we work to highlight the corruption and abuse inherent in institutions like the LAPD and anyone else given literal licenses to kill. With that out of the way, players, please introduce yourselves and your characters to the audience.
Hello, everybody. It's me, your friendly neighborhood changeling. I go by any pronouns. She, he, they, it, they, whatever. Tonight I will be playing Quinn Kinsey, who goes by any pronouns, but I think we've all tended to use they, them for Quinn, so it's all good. I like that. And you can find me all over the internet as Am Changeling, and you can find me on Etsy at Thornkind, where I sell stickers that a lot of states have deemed illegal. Not the stickers, but, the existence of, LGBTQ folks. So, feel free to buy a sticker and make a statement, and down with the fascists and ACAB.
Seconding down with fascists and ACAB. Hi, everyone. I'm Aaron. My pronouns are she, they, fae. You can find me pretty much everywhere as Great Cthulhu in some fashion. Tonight I'll be playing Evie Tufano, whose pronouns are she, they.
Hello, it's me, Ben, Big Dad, playing your resident replicant, at least one of them, EVA6U. It's not Sunday. I'm here on Fridays, not Sundays, like I said last time.
Hey there, I'm Eric at Modern Recluse Online, and tonight I'll be playing Dutch Olson, who is totally not a walking toaster, okay? Don't ask.
Hello.
Walking toaster?
Maybe. You never know. Hello,
Where
my
do you
name
put
is
the
Jared.
bread?
You can find me here. And today I'm probably gonna be playing. I'm not probably. I am gonna be playing Tanner Rigo. Waylon Yutani. Those were words that happened last session, so I'm excited.
Hello everybody. My name is Steve. Tonight I will be playing Cassius, who has, got himself nice and face. Just took a shift off. No. Yeah, I'll be playing Cassius, the only one that seems to understand when to keep their mouth shut.
Maybe you should be a
all
team
right.
player.
I've done nothing wrong.
Yeah, who the fuck is this guy?
Replicant.
That'll be a fun scene. Anyway, I am your game runner. My name is Rachel. You can find me Stolen Fires pretty much everywhere, except Blue Sky, because I haven't gotten an invite to Blue Sky yet. Hint, hint. Anyway,
Blue Sky.
Just wait a month and it'll go away forever.
Oh, okay.
So Jack, the guy who made Twitter,
Okay.
like sold Twitter to Elon Musk, and Blue Sky is what he's got now.
Oh, so he just remade
Twitter,
Twitter
yes.
somewhere else. Okay. Good for him, I guess. Awesome.
Anyway, moving on. Aaron, would you mind reading the recap for us of everything that happened, all the beautiful chaos that went down last week?
Yeah, sorry, just finishing laughing at what the Big Dad just posted in the box seats. Oh, all right, let's get into this. Evan, otherwise known as Replicant EV-A6U, receives a call on his KIA from Detective Holden. He's directed to rein the crew in. It seems some of them have gone rogue. Whether that means bringing them back in or get their ducks in a row, that's up to him. Evie and Dutch plan on wrapping things up by heading to the address where Leia and Styles may be. First, they're going to touch base with the rest of the team so that they got backup before they go struggling into danger. Evan begins his directive by contacting Rep Detect Olsen and introducing himself and explaining his mission. Suddenly, the KIA is passed to Evie, as Dutch doesn't have the patience for this nonsense. So the vibrant Femv, oh, I like that, explains the situation to the newbie. Morning comes along, and the city begins to stir with life. The freshest newspapers' front pages are decorated with the story of an escaped killer replicant, and a special embellishment of the LAPD being replicant sympathizers, accompanied by a photo of Evie threatening the protesters with her blaster. To no one's surprise, Holden calls Evie up and scolds her in his cough-filled ramblings. His message to her, do better. Evie and Evan try to vibe check each other. Introductions are made between all the crew, except for Cassius. He's out cold after his all-nighter, probably needed to recharge his batteries. After introductions are made, we make some battle plans for extraction of Leia. Before they go in, Quinn pulls up the cameras in the area. They've all been disabled. Evie points out that this tells us quite a bit. Secondly, the blue-haired techie manages to pool connections and gain access to blueprints to the building, so the cohorts aren't going in completely unawares. Tanner and Quinn are in the spinner as eyes in the sky, while Dutch, Evan, and Evie are going into the building. Attempting to get some more information via connections, Detective Olsen reaches out, but he keeps getting made for a Blade Runner. Alas, Vlad strikes again. Or it could be his lack of empathy. Oh well. On entering the facility, Evan and Evie are confronted by Styles with a blaster to the face. They reveal they have no badges, no guns. The replicant couldn't shoot him if he wanted to. It's in his programming to not harm others. Styles reveals that Leia isn't here, and Detective Nofana knows he's not lying. Leia is missing, and Styles doesn't know where she is. She was supposed to be with him until he was able to get her off-world. Using his skills of manipulation, Evan convinces the other Nexus to work with us, in a collaborative concern for where Leia is. Styles shares paper goods that may help find the missing Nexus 9. There's another William Blake poem, Synth Magazine with an obviously much-read and annotated article about Lilith Tyrell and her trauma programming, a postcard for Hollywood, and a flyer for the off-world colonies. Urgently, Evie shares all the information regarding the fact that Leia is after Lilith's daughter, Sarah, as well as after revenge towards Lilith. This prompts Tanner to call Holden and send back up to Miss Tyrell, and hopefully Leia isn't there already. Before they leave, Evie tries to convince Styles to come with them. Dutch pulls a gun on Styles' own version of empathy and manages to mentally strong-arm the replicant into coming with us. Quinn quickly does her tech magics and pulls up camera feeds and blueprints of Lilith's place, only to see Leah holding a blaster to Lilith's head as she directs her into the metro cab. With a sense of urgency, Quinn routes this feed to the rest of the crew, as well as the other nameless backups Holden permitted. This has suddenly escalated. He presses Styles for information about the drop point, but he negotiates for his release in order to share it. The evacuation point is the Hollywood sign, as seen in the postcard. They don't arrive there, but a building on the way there, that the rogue replicant is being released. Out of the blue, Evan goes to push Styles off the heights of the roof of the building that he had landed the spinner on, but Styles catches himself. He takes her gun back from Dutch, prepared to protect Styles. Styles urges his fellow, law-abiding replicant that this city isn't kind to them, and goes on his way. This is when the trio gets the feed from Quinn. Quinn and Tanner arrive, only to find that Leia and Sarah are gone. Terry the guard, however, is very much there and rolling in pain. Lilith is in the spacious creation room, lying on the ground dead. Cause of death? A bullet. Point blank. Fuck. Doing what they do best, Quinn inspects the body. No information is discovered except the obvious cause of death. When in order to call an ambulance for the attendant replicant Terry, Tanner also gives directions to their badges to pursue Leia, but not confront, as she has a hostage, Lilith's little girl. After Tanner makes a call to update Holden, he realizes he needs some food and a moment to breathe. Quinn heads to the Hollywood sign without him, munching on a dry ramen cake, much to the driving officer's disgust. The trio of Evan, Evie, and Dutch arrive at the sign, as does Quinn. There's 6 replicants here, including Leia, and Sadie. Our target, Leia, is crouched down. She's trying to soothe the stolen child, Sarah. Evie makes a beeline towards the collection of replicants, hoping to catch Sadie's eyes before reaching them all. While this is happening, Dutch and Evan are signaled to hold back. Sadie does manage to spot Evie, and Evie tells her she needs to leave right now because it's going to get ugly. But Replicant refuses, and Evie pushes past her. She can't let Leia go after murder and kidnapping a human child. Suddenly, Sadie screams out, "Blade Runners!" Now everyone's on high alert. Leia spies Evie and pushes Sarah behind her. Intense argument ensues between Evie and Leia. Snark and snide retorts tossed back and forth. It's revealed that Leia's programmed trauma has been keeping her up every night. Dutch chimes in with his own wit about life, but Evie's had enough. She raises her blaster and pulls the trigger. The detective is shaking too bad and misses the shot, accidentally assassinating the Y on the Hollywood sign. Quinn arrives just then, surprisingly stealthy, and lures Sarah away safely away without the notice of Leia. Evan, Dutch, and Evie jump into action, having seen the child move to safety. Evie makes to empty her chamber into Leia. Dutch intervenes. Leia isn't just a terrible replicant, but will also be a terrible human. Evie's words stab into her psyche. Evan goes to call in backup for the escaping replicants, but Dutch fires into the air, telling the replicants to scram. Evie urges them all on the moon bus. Both Dutch and Evie wrestle the KIA out of Evan's hands to keep him from calling in the backup. Detective Olsen checks the KIA into the surrounding area. Requisitions is going to be pissed. Leia is arrested and on the ground, and Evie takes advantage of this moment and kicks the prone replicant in the face, breaking her nose. It's a satisfying sound. Quinn talks with Sarah, asking her about any other family. None that she knows of. Looks like it's time to call family services. Leia is brought to the station without incident from the trio of Evan, Evie, and Dutch. The camera settles on Tanner, who had some need of rest, while the other team handled the situation at the now Hollywood. He arrives at his apartment with his roommate, Dido, chain smoking, and they ask if he had a fun party. The detective quips about having a rough day, and his family member / roommate retorts in snark. Tanner would like to be rid of Dido, and they tell him if he pays for their colonist course, it'll be done. Visa, off-world, out of Tanner's hair for good. It's a deal. Even though he's satisfied with this deal, he doesn't sleep well. Dreams is clearly remembered as fog about off-world plague him, and he awakens with some anxiety. He also wakes up to the news of a successful mission regarding Leia. Now that it's all said and done, Holden calls the whole team into a meeting. Before the meeting, Evie gives Dutch their address and offers him a place to stay. Arriving at the meeting, Holden grills us on the whole situation, scolding us unrelentingly. He plans on covering the whole thing up to keep the populace calm and complacent. Somehow we've earned a meritorious service medal, Our next mission is to investigate a Moonbus spaceship accident. And our contact is none other than Genesis Wayland of Wayland Yutani.
All right, excellent. Thank you, Aaron, for reading the recap. Thank you, Changeling, for taking the notes. And so we open. Now, you have successfully concluded a case. Successfully, more or less. You know, you brought her in. You found the replicant who did it. You brought her in. She will be processed and retired. She's probably already retired. And so what you get is a free shift of downtime. Uh, you are sort of expected to take some time to unwind and relax and decompress before you jump straight back into the next case. So, before I define it for you, what does your period of relaxation look like?
Uh,
Okay,
I guess I'll go first.
Sure.
by all
I-
means.
So I think Evie is going to relax in her home. She is going to buy a. They don't have it anymore. Trader Joe's used to have something called $2 Chuck. It was dirt cheap wine, but it was fucking delicious. Whatever version of $2 Chuck exists in 2039. She buys a couple of bottles of that, makes herself a nice bath with a lovely bath bomb, and she's going to have some alone time and get a little hammered in the tub. It's super safe, you know.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, you can definitely find some sort of farmed synthahol. You know, it's not as good as Tito's or even bathtub gin, but it'll get the job done. Uh, and so remind me where you live?
My home is I'm in a dingy flat on top of a seedy bar on Nightclub Row.
Okay.
It's so the flat sucks. I have nice things in it because of my former work as a doxy. Pre work now.
All right. So your bathroom is pretty cramped and pretty small, and so you just lay back in the tub and just sort of relax, and you get the sense that someone is watching you.
Pervert.
She'll like grab the top of the bottle, like in case she needs to smash someone in the face and open her eyes to look around.
All right, so sitting on the toilet, watching you, is other Evie.
No, nope, not now. No, no.
What is
Are you
this?
telling that to me as the storyteller or
No,
her as the
that is
character?
Evie talking to herself.
Okay.
And it's very much we were talking about right before game started. It's very
Okay.
much how she doesn't know she is. So if Dutch happens to be in the apartment, she is speaking audibly.
Oh yeah, so that's a good question. Dutch, would you be hanging out in the apartment or would you be elsewhere out about town?
It depends on what time of the day. Dutch smells something weird with this whole situation, so he's gonna try to do. He's gonna try to take an initiative to look into things back at HQ. And in the meantime, he's going to make it look like he's not even staying at Evie's place. So like he sleeps on the couch, and when he leaves to go for the majority of the day, he'll take his stuff and put it behind the couch and hide it as much as possible and like clean up after himself, you know. And then like use the restroom like when he comes in at the end of the day at night when Evie's already asleep, and then crash back on the couch. That's his daily routine while he's staying there.
All right, fair enough. So in that case, I would say that Dutch would not be here for this.
Okay.
All right, so, and she sort of like leaned forward on her knees. She's got a cigarette. It's unlit, but she's got it. And she's like, so, you happy with your choices?
No, that's why you're here, right? To tell me everything I did wrong. Let's hear it.
I'm not not here to lecture you. Why don't you tell me what you think happened?
I think I trusted someone I shouldn't have to be a decent person. That's what I think I did.
You trusted a lot of people who turned out to be total trash bags.
So your advice is trust no one then?
No, no, didn't say that. You've got.
He's
He's not a total trash bag, but he is sleeping on your couch.
I trust Dutch. I mean, he not the first story I've picked up.
Yeah, no, nah. He's solid. I think you did good there. But did you have to use the gun that way? Like, was that really necessary?
Maybe not, but it got me the trust I wanted from the people I wanted to talk to.
You know, I just can't get past the idea that maybe there was a better way to get what you wanted.
Maybe. But also those people are awful and suck. So
Yeah, but they're still people. I mean, would you treat a replicant that way?
no.
So why would you treat a human that way?
This is like the paradox of tolerance. Do we really want to get into the paradox of tolerance right now? Is that what you wanna? Should I be on the couch instead of the bath?
No, therapy's a really good idea for everybody. You know, get 8 weeks mental tune-up. It's not the
Thank you.
worst thought in the world. Your health insurance would cover it.
I'm good. I don't need that. No, thank you. They always want to dig into childhood, and I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a lot of trauma to unpack, and I can't help you with all of it.
No, if you don't, no, we're good. Those files are sealed, literally, figuratively, emotionally, mentally. Yeah, we're good.
Are you sure they're sealed? That they don't bubble up and affect your decision making and
Are you
I don't
talking
know.
about me wanting to kill the replicant?
You're the one who brought it up.
I would have saved us a bitching and paperwork had I done that, apparently, cold in the hole, and they're going to cover it up anyway. I would have made it way easier for them.
I mean, whose life do you want to make better? Yours? Holden's? That guy's? Your teammates?
Take your point.
I just think you could be doing a lot better, making better choices.
Has there ever been a moment where you haven't thought that? When we have these lovely little chats?
I think you need someone in your life who thinks that you can be better than you are.
So I made one up that talks to me in my bathroom while I'm getting hammered on shitty champagne in a bathtub.
I mean, do you think I'm real? Am I as real as a replicant?
There is a brief moment where Evie lifts the bottle of shitty wine, like she's going to throw it to test, and just puts it to her mouth and drinks instead.
Look, I know we've been through a lot together, and I know that there was a really long period of time where we only had each other. But you have power now. You've got a badge and a gun, and that makes you someone. Right?
Yeah, I suppose.
Just think about it, that's all.
I'm not going to do any thinking tonight. I'm going to relax in this tub and get hammered. I'll be thinking about it later. If that's okay with you.
If it's your life, I'm
It's
just
our
along for the
life,
ride.
technically, isn't it? It isn't.
I'm just along for the ride. And she'll get up and, to your perception, walk out of the bathroom. And you swear you even hear the apartment door open and close.
That was me rolling a 1 on my stealth.
Yeah, so, Dutch, speaking of,
Oh, real quick, does that allow me to get rid of some of my resolve damage?
sure,
You did take
Yeah.
a bath.
Okay.
yeah, you get, just shit-faced drunk, and, at some point, when the water in the bath is cold, stumble over to your bed, just pass the fuck out.
Excellent.
Does getting heckled by a hallucination of yourself count as self-care?
It's not her. It's literally her key relationship. I rolled a weird key relationship. All right.
Oh my
It's
god,
cathartic.
it's so good. I love it.
Yeah, it says a lot about my character, right? Like, whereas you have to be like the if this, then what? Like, if this exists, then what does this mean? Yeah, bad life. That's what that means. Real bad life.
So-
do you heal one for downtimes, or is it multiple? Like, I have 2 resolve damage for
I
choices.
believe it is 1 per downtime.
Okay, that is fine. I will have 1 resolve damage till then. All right.
All right. Speaking of Dutch,
Yes, ma'am.
you are out and about. You're at HQ, and so what is it specifically that you're looking into?
He suspects something is going on, especially with everything that's been happening recently. So he goes to records, and he's just
Okay.
like, he puts his badge on the lieutenant's, desk or on the window there, and he's just like, Olson, Rep Detect. I need to pull some files, dossiers, everyone on my team.
Okay. Give me a connections roll, please, and this will determine essentially how competent this person is at their job and the quality
Sure.
of the information you get back.
This is not going to go well. No, it did not go well.
All right. Do you want to push that roll?
Do it.
My resolve right now is in the toilet. Last I checked, yeah, I have a resolve of 3 right now, maximum 5. So I need to go have a drink pretty soon, so otherwise I'm gonna go mad. So I'm not gonna push it. What do they come back with?
All right. So you come back with just the generic normal files that you would expect. And so there's sort of nothing surprising in them. Yeah, Evie Tofana, there's a note in her file that her route to becoming a Blade Runner was a little unorthodox, so keep an eye on her to see if that works out.
He also
Uh,
definitely has a rap sheet for sure. Like, for sure, there's a rap sheet.
Not surprised.
Yeah, and that's sort of treated as an asset in this case. Like, well, she can get to places that other Rep Detect people cannot.
Sure. I'm looking for evaluation. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Tanner spent some time off-world. That record is sealed.
Mhm.
Evan's record and Cassius's records are both bog standard, nothing out of the ordinary. And Quinn, you have a little bit difficulty getting Quinn's record because one of Holden's underlings so outranks you, but just beneath Holden. Sends back a query. Why are you curious?
Okay. So I'm looking for like evaluations and baseline tests. If I don't find any one of those 2 things, in everybody's file, I'm going to the next higher up.
Okay.
Loudly,
so,
if I have to.
The only person who has baseline tests is Evan.
Sure.
Uh, his look fine. He's perfectly stable. You can tell that
genius.
someone, essentially an officer, is protecting Quinn.
Okay. I go to see them, and if not, I go to see Holden.
Okay. So the lieutenant protecting Quinn is a woman named Joshi.
No, I knock on her door.
All right. She lets you in. She's extremely well put together. She has short cut blonde hair. And Robin Wright. It's Robin Wright.
Aha. Okay. I cut straight to the point. You're working for Holden, right? You've got his sealed files. Oh, you're your own person around here. You have your own authority?
I have my own unit.
Good. So do I. I need cases pulled on every one of them. Evaluations, baseline tests. You know the drill. And he puts like the useless files that he got from the desk officer on her desk, like, this doesn't tell me anything. Holden's about to send us out into outer space. And we just had a whole situation with Nexus 9s. I need to know who's a replicant on my team, and I need to know now. If you don't tell me what I need to know, I'm going straight to Holden.
You really think Holden would allow more than one replicant on his team?
You don't know Holden well enough, I think.
I don't think you know Holden well enough.
I don't think you know me.
That's true, I don't. Why are you in my office again?
Because, like I said, I have a unit of my own, and I need to know about everything that there is to know about every individual on that team. You're going to help me or not?
The only member of your team that I have any connection with is Quinn.
I don't care about your personal connections. I need to know what their evaluation status is, if I can trust them in a firefight and on an investigation. In case you haven't heard, the last one went completely, dead in a ditch, let's say.
All right, well, I'm sure I don't have to tell you that your friend Tanner is as dirty as week-old synth cheese.
This isn't news. That's not what I'm looking for. Again, I just need evaluation tests and baselines. Do you have them?
What do I get in return? What are
What do
you
you
gonna do
want?
for me?
All right. We're getting into he gets up and is walking around the office and he's looking at things and stuff and he's like, all right, what do you want?
Real talk?
Let's not start daydreaming, okay?
Sure.
Let's keep
I want
it real.
Holden's job. I want Holden's job.
Okay, I can help you with that. But I need you to help first. Do we have a deal?
Whatever happens, you keep Quinn out of it.
I'm not interested in Quinn. I'm interested in what Holden's up to.
All right, well, I'm
can find
interested
that
in
out.
Quinn.
Not my type, all right? Too old. Anyway,
I don't care. I'm trying to tell you, whatever you do, keep Quinn out of it. Keep her safe. That's all.
you have a deal.
All right, then. Here's the one thing I know. Your friend Tanner got sent off-world some time ago. I don't know exactly what happened, but he had to go to the hospital for a long, long time afterwards.
Accident?
Physically, he was fine. Something happened to him. I don't know. Those records
to
are
know.
sealed.
I'm not interested in that much in Tanner. I just need to know who's a replicant and who's not.
You've
Because
only
I don't
got
know if you've
one-
heard, but we've had some incident with the Nexus Nines. And I need to know who on my team I can trust, especially if I'm in a tin can spinning out in outer space. You
All
follow
right.
me?
Here's what I'll tell you. Your friend Evan, obviously replicant. Serial number, eyeball, everything.
Yeah.
Maybe look into Evie. It's weird, isn't it?
The sex worker who lives on top of the club and night club, bro.
Yeah, why would they make her a Blade Runner? How did she
How's that?
pass the tests? 99% failure rate.
Excuse me?
The Blade Runner tests, you took them, 99% failure rate. She passed,
Is
or someone passed her.
good information. You have those documents I asked you for? Don't worry, I won't share them. I just need to look.
I can get them. But, until I have authority like Holden has authority, there won't be a lot I can do.
I need to know certain facts before I get shot into outer space and potentially murdered by some rogue replicant, all right?
Told you all I know. I'll see what I can do. Pull extra files. I'll be in touch.
He, down whatever he was looking at, he just storms out of her office. God damn it, am I going... And he's just, cursing under his breath. He goes to, the corner place and goes to get a drink and renew some of his resolve, perhaps.
As you're storming off, you get a call from Holden.
What do you want?
Olsen! Got a special delivery. You're the only one competent enough to make it.
I'm not delivering pizzas for you, Holden. What do you want?
It's not pizza. Come to the office.
Shuts off his KIA, goes up to the office. You really got some nerve putting me on some assignment with some people that are most obviously Nexus 9s. And we just had an entire incident that I helped you cover up. What the hell is going on around here?
Yeah, you did. What's going on around here is, the Wallace Corp trying to make us accept Nexus 9s, doing high-level work, like blade running.
I need baseline tests from every single replicant on my unit. Do you understand? I don't want to end up like Tyrell's niece.
Yeah, no one does. Hang on. First, this. And so he slides something across the desk. It is a paper envelope. Just a plain manila envelope. It is sealed. So glued shut. There are no
You can do
markings.
this yourself?
Yeah, so there are no markings on it. And so he slides it across the table to you as he goes up and coughing and hacking, reaches behind him into a file cabinet, and then tosses another file on top of the desk. It is Evan's baseline tests. It is nothing super disturbing or nothing that you would other expect. Oh, actually, give me. Oh, God, what test would this be?
Is it like a notice? Notice something in here?
Insight.
Insight. Oh, I'm really good at that. Hey, I got a 6. Yay.
Okay. There's some reference to an incident in the desert. There's no details, just an incident in the desert. Evan's memories have been rewritten as a result of whatever happened.
This new guy you put us up with, the Doxy,
Yeah,
he's been wiped.
that was Wallace's
Fine.
call.
Is that who's pulling your strings now? I guess I shouldn't be surprised.
Fuck you, Olsen. Anyway, there's the file. This is the package. I bring it to a diner. Here's the address.
I'm gonna need details on everybody here before our trip. Can I count on you for that?
As
Or
much
is
as
that
I
too above
can.
your pay grade? Yeah, I figured you'd say that. Don't say I never did anything for you. And he leaves like a pack of Nicorette gum on his desk before he leaves. And then he has his drink.
Yeah, I mean, Holden doesn't smoke.
Yeah, he's
All-
on the
all-
patch now.
All
Oh, I thought he was smoking the whole time.
No,
And he
he,
has
he
synthetic
got
lungs.
his lungs. He got his lungs shot out by Leon 30 years ago, and now he has to make do with shitty synthetic lungs. That's why he's so puffy.
I was imagining a smoky den of an office. Like I got synthetic
No.
lungs, whatever. Just chain smoke. All I need to do. Okay, never mind. I'll grab a quick drink and then I'll head to this diner or wherever he wants me to deliver this envelope. And I try to see if I can like put it up to the light and see if I can tell what's inside.
So
Keep
examining it, just sort of like turning it over in your hands, you can tell that there's a lot of paper in here.
Ooh.
And paper isn't cheap anymore.
Yeah.
For some reason, he's not sending this over the KIA waves and
Mm.
is going to the expense of delivering a paper printout.
I have a funny thing that I want to do before I have a drink and deliver. I stopped by the noodle place.
Okay.
Fong. I'm like, hey Fong, you can do me a favor? I just need to get over there where you're boiling those noodles. And he wants to use the steam from the boiling noodles to loosen the envelope so he can take a look inside.
Okay. So
Creative.
give me, so this is going to be sort of a fine motor skills dexterity roll. So give me a mobility, please.
Sure. That's not my worst stat. I'll push that.
Push it.
Okay.
Push it real good.
Damn it.
Fuck!
Okay. So I'm going to give you a choice. You can succeed in opening the package if you like, but in such a way that it will make it obvious that someone has opened it.
Is the envelope common? Like, is it one of those things that you can commonly get, like at Office Depot or something like that? Because they'll just run over there and grab a new one. It's like
So
stuffed
it is
papers
paper,
inside.
so it is pretty expensive.
Ooh, that's gonna cost a Chinyan point or something.
Yeah.
I'll spend the Chinyan point. That's
Wow,
fine.
he must want to
So
know.
I imagine he's like trying to do this
Okay.
like very delicately, and the fucking paper and the whole thing falls into the vat of noodles. Like, oh, shit.
Okay. So you spend a Chinyan point to replace the envelope. Go ahead and mark that off your sheet.
Sure.
And opening the document, it is a full report on the mission that you have just completed.
I take photographs of it.
Okay. There is nothing that you wouldn't expect. There are no surprises. It has everything. All of the reports that you gave when you debriefed Holden, all the evidence, photographs of evidence, Leia's personnel file, a record of her being retired. She's retired. She's gone.
Did the official story come out thus far? Like, oh, what actually happened? And if you hold this up to that, it's obviously a contrast.
Yeah, so what is in the media is something just entirely different. It's all been blamed on radicals in the pro-human empathy movement. And the empathy movement is the fancy way of saying anti-replicant.
Okay.
That's blackmail.
Interesting. Yeah, I've got some blackmail now. I'm holding. Fantastic. I go spend my Chinyan point, get a new envelope, stick it in there, and take it to the diner.
Okay. So, you're at the diner, and as you walk in, you just sort of understand who you're supposed to be speaking with. It is a woman in a very nice business suit, and uh, really sets her apart in this setting. Everyone here is more blue collar, working class. And so you make eye contact with her as you walk in. And she says, Officer Olson,
Please, just call me Dutch.
you can call me Agent Wilder. I thought you'd be here half an hour ago.
Sorry, I got delayed. It's L.A.
I suppose it is at that. And as you sort of evaluate this woman, you see that on her lapel, um, like a lot of people wear like American flag pins. She has a UN pin.
Oh boy.
A what pin?
Okay.
UN,
UN.
United
Oh,
Nations.
okay.
Yeah, big deal.
Yeah.
Like, I think these are for you. Holden said to bring them to you here. I don't know why he didn't do it himself.
Well, he's a busy man.
Yeah, very.
So she takes the file, she opens it. Doesn't matter that the envelope tears. You're like, you just think of like all the scotch you could have bought with the money you paid for the envelope. Um, and she flips through some of the pages, puts them back in. Oh, thank you for this. You were the one who solved what was it, the replicant who'd been kidnapped by empathists?
You talking about the one that shot up Tyrell's niece? Yeah, I brought her in.
Oh, is that
Retired.
what happened? Really, she shot a human.
Oh, you're telling that to an UN too.
Oh no.
Was it provoked?
I wasn't made privy to all the facts. I wasn't there.
Oh, I'm sure you were there at the debriefing.
You'd be surprised what they don't tell us at the LAPD.
Well, Holden speaks quite highly of you. I'm interested to know what your Blade Runner instincts tell you about the mission.
Just another replicant, just another day. Nice meeting
It's
you.
not just another replicant, is it? Not if she, as you allege, murdered Miss Tyrell.
From what Holden said, she retired a fellow replicant. So
All right.
who knows?
Well, I'll be in touch, Officer Olson.
Nice meeting you.
And so she will give you her business card, or like not
Oh.
necessarily business card, but like contact information.
Sure.
Her name is Rhiannon Wilder.
Ooh,
I'll post that.
Rhiannon.
And on her business card, on her contact information, it explicitly states she works for the UN in the Replicant Liaison Office.
I messaged I already forgot her name. Holden's underling.
Joshi.
My fellow conspirator. I messaged her, how soon can you get me those files? I have something you may want.
You get a response back that she's working on it.
Very good. With that, I'll make my way back to the flat.
Okay. All right. I'm looking for a cool gift, but I can't find one. All right. So yeah, there we go. That's her. All right. So, others among you, how are you unwinding, relaxing, decompressing? Cassius, go. You are muted, friend.
I said I'm doing the nose thing. I'm not. You can't pick me.
Yeah, but no one else did it, so it looked like you were pointing to yourself.
No.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Congratulations.
Wow. That happened.
Congratulations, Cassius.
That happened very fast. I mean, I just woke up from a pretty great nap. So yeah. Because okay, legitimate question, like mechanic question. Are we counting me being out last week as a downtime shift or not?
Yes. That
Okay.
was sort of like what we piloted you, just like you just
Sure.
ran out of gas and like I
Yeah.
gotta go home and pass out.
Right, because I had pushed. Yeah. So I'm gonna knock my resolve back up to full. Pretty sweet. Honestly, so Cassius is just kind of in his apartment. So he has this condo, and it's just filled with, you know, stuff, little trinkets and memorabilia of things, and it's got no real rhyme or reason. It's just little tokens and keepsakes. And he overlooks out over a fairly active part of the town. And he has all the entertainment of the day, right? Like he's got the things that you're supposed to own, and he just kind of walks through his apartment, and he's got a drink, he drinks, and he looks at it all. He looks at the apartment, he just kind of stares out the window and sits down and just
All right. So as you're looking out the window, sipping on your drink, you look down and you recognize someone on the sidewalk. It's Styles. And he doesn't really look suspicious or out of place. He's just a dude standing on the street, and every so often will just sort of glance up, maybe in your direction, maybe he's just looking up. Whatever he's up to, he's being very subtle about it. Yes.
Styles.
So Styles was the very tall replicant
That's right.
that you encountered while
the bar.
investigating the club. Yeah.
Yep. Thank you.
So I don't think that you ever had any personal interaction with him, but you certainly would have gotten like his description
Information.
and pulled his file and etc.
Okay. Watch him for a few minutes, kind of see him do that thing you said where he looks up every so often. And I'll get up. Son of a bitch, I just undid this. Okay, hold on. Okay. And I'll get up and walk out.
Okay. So Styles walks up to you very, very casually. asks, "Hey, got a light?" He's got a cigarette in his hands.
I'll just hand him to use mine.
Okay. He will use your cigarette to light his, and he'll take a couple puffs off his. He's very clearly evaluating you.
You lost?
Rough case, yeah?
I just kind of don't know what you're referring to.
He takes a long, long drag off his cigarette and then says, "I wonder what Tommy would have thought."
Sorry, one more time.
Or what Tommy would have thought.
Kind of look around. How crowded is the street?
Semi, but like everyone is like wrapped up in their own business and their own day. So even though there's a lot of people around, like everyone's ignoring you the way they're ignoring everybody else.
I don't think Tommy thinks much of anything.
No, no, he doesn't. Doesn't he?
Oh. Hey, between you and me, you ever come around here again and the last thought through your head's gonna be, how did I fuck up so bad? And I'll flick the cigarette at his chest and walk away.
Trim contact is what you hear him say as you walk away.
I pull out my KIA and never came up with a name for this person. I'll go back into the I'll go back into the lobby and kind of like look up, kind of go back to my apartment, kind of thinking, shit. Shit. Take out my phone and I will uh message my key relationship.
Okay, so your key relationship is a suspect. You feel
Yes.
protective over because they are threatening you.
Right.
I sort of figured that could be Styles, but if you don't want
Well,
it to be, we can make it someone else.
okay. Interesting.
That'd be a good dynamic.
All right. Then I'm for it. Then I'll pull out my phone. I'll kind of look at some things. Bitch. Turn around, walk back out.
Okay, and so him bringing up Tommy has brought that memory to the forefront. Uh, uh, TY076, aka Tommy, a lab tech who used to work in MedLab and just became more and more unwound, probably being exposed to the worst that humanity could offer. And he was retired right in front of you.
Walk back out to Styles. What do you want?
Just wanted to make contact, that's all.
With me?
Yeah? Your, squad didn't cut the corners I thought they were gonna cut.
But you thought they would just find the first replicant and pin everything on them?
I thought one of you would retire Leah on the spot, and you didn't. She's still retired, but you know, at least you spared the kid from having to see it.
Yeah, that'd be real rough, wouldn't it?
Hey, one less traumatized kid in the world. That's something we can all get behind, right? I just, your squad doesn't seem like they hate the replicant underground.
No, they don't.
So maybe we can work together.
What do you think I'm going to do for you?
Just, you know, maybe you tell me about a case you're working on and you're wondering where to look. And I can tell you, you should look that way. And when you're looking that way, you're not looking this way.
And if I looking at him, if I look
Mhm.
that way,
Well, let's just say it would create a lot of paperwork that your unit probably doesn't want to deal with.
I think we're going to be wonderful friends. And I look forward to our working relationship.
Glad to hear it. I gotta go see a man about a dog. Be in contact.
See you around.
Says, and then walks away.
Just gonna kind of stand there, looking around at the city, kind of looking up the light. I'm assuming there's some sort of holographic ad playing as some oversized salesperson
yeah.
is looking down at me disapprovingly.
Oh yeah, so it is a huge neon ad. Come to the colonies. Better life awaits you.
Yeah. Sure it awaits. And I will just kind of think to myself, how in the hell did he find out about Tommy? What info does this person have? And sorry,
Good question.
that's good. Yes, that was my big that's yeah. And I will go back up to my room and drink the appropriate amount of liquor to get drunk, but not lasted.
You get nice and toasty.
Yes.
All right. Quinn Tanner Evan. Evan Tanner Quinn.
Evan's at full stress, so let's inflict some emotional trauma on him.
Like, let's just do it.
Why not? Let's rip that band-aid off now.
Okay. Evan, how does Evan relax and enjoy himself.
So I've been thinking about this, and it's hard because no one likes Evan. The cops don't like him because he's a replicant, and the replicants don't like him because he's a cop. So he doesn't have many friends.
That's so sad.
Yes. That's the worst part about being the replicant.
That's like the worst
Everyone
position
hates you.
somebody in this world can be right now.
Well, it could be worse. He could be getting murdered by the Yakuza or something.
Yeah, good point.
I've been trying to figure it out. Without getting weirdly sad about it.
I mean, this is Blade Runner. Weird sadness is sort of a theme.
All right, maybe he's staring in his bathroom mirror, practicing how to talk like a regular person.
Okay.
The Dodgers, am I right?
Okay. And so,
No, slower. The Dodgers, am I right?
so something comes on. You've got the TV on for background noise.
And the stereo.
Okay, and the stereo. And this face flashes across. So does Evan have anything to do with underground sports?
He could now.
Would you like him to? It's not
Sure.
necessary.
Everyone needs a hobby.
Okay. And so there's this face that flashes on your television. A white guy, square jaw, in a suit. And at first you think you recognize him from the underground boxing matches that you've attended. And then you think, no, I've seen him somewhere else. And you can't place him. And so what is on the TV is a 1-year retrospective of politics in Los Angeles ever since Senator Bannister died.
Not Senator Bannister.
I'm sorry?
Not Senator Bannister.
And this is the first that you've heard of him dying. And you have this impulse. Good, he deserved it.
Oh, yeah.
And you're not sure where it came from. Because you don't currently have any memories of ever talking to this guy, just looking up and seeing him in the balcony. Or balcony seats.
I just pulled up where I remembered him from. My character sheet. So
Yeah.
yeah. That's gonna cause some problems for me. How did he die?
He was at a match. One of his underground boxing matches, and someone just pushed him. He fell, someone pushed him.
Can I? Now I know the internet's and networking's weird in this time. In this time, I would have to go down to the station to look into who's looking into this case, right?
Yeah, you know what? You can use your KIA unit for this. Go ahead and give me either connections or tech, whichever one you have better.
They're both at D, so we're gonna go with connections.
Okay.
1.
All right. So, the case has been closed. So, essentially, it's been marked as solved. But looking through the file, you're right, nothing was solved.
That's interesting. Who filled out the paperwork? Yeah. So I would say
You get,
investigated, but clearly they didn't do anything.
yeah, you get a couple names. One of them is Alani Davis. I'll put that in the Discord as well.
I guess my next move would be to check him out for that, to check him out the next time I'm in the station. So
Yes.
I don't need
Go
to rush.
ahead and give me another connections roll.
Sure. Another one.
Okay. Oh yeah, Alani Davis is your key relationship. She is essentially your upstairs neighbor.
Man, these small text boxes are really getting me here. I should go swing by and talk to her.
Okay. So, she lives in the penthouse above yours. But she doesn't own it. The people who owned it, who were associated with the LAPD, died, um, almost a year ago, not quite. Um, and something about the kitchen exploded, killed them both. Alani just sort of moved in, and has been squatting, and no one has told her to leave.
I feel like Alani's a player character.
No,
Because that's what a player character would do.
that is what a player character would do. Yes.
Evie's got a secret double life. You found me out.
So yeah, she answers the door in her bathrobe, essentially.
Oh, did I catch you at a bad time?
No, I was just about to feed my fish.
Bad time.
Not the pizza guy.
I'm sorry?
Talking to Jared. Um, you got a second to chat?
Yeah, do you want to come in?
If you don't mind.
Can I get you tea or something?
Oh, no, I just had something to drink. My apartment. No, I just was looking at that dead senator's case. So you had, put the work in on it. I don't know. It's just funny that you live so close, and I don't know, I just couldn't get out of my head. So I should come up and just chat, other cop.
Yeah, that was a clusterfuck and a half.
Sounds like my last case.
What was your last case?
You hear about that Wallace Corp getting shot?
The one who got kidnapped by empathists?
Yeah.
Is that what really happened?
Is that what really happened with the senator?
Nope.
You want to talk about it?
They're covering it up, I think, for the same reason they're covering up yours. Replicant did it, right?
Of course it is. It's always a replicant.
Same with the senator.
Model 9?
I honestly don't know.
Oh.
I don't
For
think
me to
she
watch my back.
was. I don't think she was a model at all.
What do you mean? Like a bootleg job? Like a toaster someone wired together in their basement?
No, no. You ever met Neander Wallace?
I can't say that I recall doing so.
There's something cold about him. He surrounds himself with, he calls them angels. Perfectly engineered, and I don't know.
I mean, sounds par for the course for a guy who believes he created a whole race of people.
If he wanted to make an assassin, he could. If he wanted to make murderous replicants, he could.
Internally, Evan is just thinking, yeah, could. Just thinking back to the office, with Holden telling him to shoot Dutch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy.
Anyway, last time I talked about this, I got a free trip to the Grippy Socks Hospital.
Oh, fun.
It
If I
really,
talk
really
about
was.
this, I'll go to the dump. So
Yeah,
I'll catch you up next time something comes up, huh?
sounds good.
Watch your back.
I'll watch yours. Okay. So after that very weird, semi-disturbing conversation, you go back to trying to pretend to be human for a little bit. Quinn, you come home from a rave, it looks like.
Yeah, I don't know. My
Lights.
camera's being weird without a green screen.
Just the lights flashing in your face. No, it's fun. So,
I forgot my
at
nose
some
ring shit.
point, rave or not, you come home and there's your girlfriend, live-in partner, Joshi. Just and it's nice that she's home. She's usually working late.
Oh, you're home. I'm surprised. Not unpleasantly surprised. To
No,
clarify,
oh no, it's fine. Slow day today. Got home early. I got us takeout.
oh, awesome. What kind?
Whatever your favorite is.
Wait, was that Rachel talking or Joshi?
Yeah, that was Rachel. Whatever Quinn's favorite is, that is what she took the time to procure.
Nudes.
Nudes.
Nudes, okay. Spicy nudes. So, so you chat a little bit. How was your day? It was fine. How was yours? And she says, so, one of your friends came by to see me today.
Which one? From the school or from the lab or
The one who dresses like a vagrant, Dutch?
Oh, one of my new friends. Yeah. No, Dutch is Dutch.
Yeah. Yeah. What's he like?
No, I don't really know. I mean, my new friends, I haven't really gotten to know them all that well yet. But I have a mission coming up where yeah, I get to be out of the lab and in the field, kind of off world.
Well, stay safe.
I don't want to go.
Oh, no, I don't think you'll be going off-world. This is the spaceship exploding.
Yeah.
That all happened planet side.
Oh. Okay. Well, the way that Holden had said it, it sounded like we were going off world, and I
But you're
just
gonna have to leave LA. So I suppose you might as well be going off-world.
that is terrifying. I've never been
No,
out of
no.
LA.
I didn't mean it. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. But, no, it's your friend Dutch wanted dossiers on all of you?
It's weird.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he trusts anyone that he's working with.
I mean, he's probably got a lot of trauma from living on the streets, you not know where your next meal comes from. Of course, you're not going to trust like the person next to you because maybe they're going to steal your noodles when you're not looking. I've never been in that situation, so I'm not really sure, but I can understand, kind of.
You trust the people you work with, your squad mates?
Well, I think so. I mean, the only one that's kind of suspicious is Cassius, and it was only because he was kind of seemingly in, I don't know, denial about like the replicant going off the rails.
There is something going on with Holden. I don't know what it is yet.
With Holden, I mean, he's old and he's got replacement lungs.
Yep. He's getting up there, isn't he?
Yeah, I wonder when he's gonna retire. Not like not like dead retire, but like retire as in like ending his job retired.
Oh,
Because retire with the replicants and well,
it's nice to see we agree. If you come across anything that you think might help convince Holden to retire, tell me about it, wouldn't you?
sure. Are you gonna throw him a party?
I would love nothing more than to throw him the most extravagant retirement party ever.
That's funny. I thought you were almost going to say excruciating.
Oh, no. I would be very happy to see him retire.
Do you not like him very much?
Well, as a person, he's fine. I'm just not sure he's the right person to be leading the Reptitech unit. I mean, it was fine when every replicant on Earth automatically you knew to retire them. They weren't supposed to be here, but now that we've got those N9s running around, maybe it's time for a softer touch, someone more willing to work with them.
That would be nice, I think. Yeah, he's a little harsh sometimes.
I knew I could count on you.
Always.
All right, and she'll kiss you. I assume at some point you will go to bed together. What happens after that is up to your fan fiction.
As you wish. Oh, wait, wrong movie. Sorry.
All right. Tanner,
Yes.
how does Tanner relax? How does Tanner enjoy his downtime?
So, he already took a nap and he already kind of relaxed. So to be honest with you, he's not going to. So I think what he's gonna do though is he wants to get some more information on Wilson Corporation.
You mean Wallace Corporation?
Wallace. Every
Okay.
time.
It's okay. All right. So what sort of information are you looking for in particular? And how are you going about getting it?
More in particular to the replicants at hand. He finds it very weird that there's been more and more crazy replicants recently. I think that Wallace has something to do with it. So in order to find that, wow, I just had
You
really?
okay?
I just had like a brain fart. I'm sorry.
No worries. All right. So, you are trying to uncover the secrets of Neander Wallace.
Correct.
So go ahead and give me a connections roll, please.
So I would actually like to yes. Yeah, okay, now I remember. I'm sorry. I know the thing is like there has to be people that know about this, and then there has to be people that just miraculously kind of disappear. Like firings that happen, and then 2 weeks later something happens to them. So like that, I want to know the cases that where it's happens. I also want to know the correlating cases with the replicants as well. So like the ones that basically the ones where the replicants actually killed other people.
Okay. So go ahead and give me connections, please.
Connections. Two.
Okay. So the very first case of a replicant killing another human being is the one that you were just on. Leia shooting Lilith Tyrell. There have been a lot of ambiguous incidences where humans died in the presence of a replicant, but as far as you can tell, no outright murder. But with your second success, there are rumors that Neander Wallace has been engineering assassin replicants. And right now, that information only really shows up in like tabloids like Kill Magazine, which is this setting's equivalent of like the Weekly World News. You know, zero credibility. But it's lurid, and that's what makes people want to read it.
Okay.
And so what? Yeah. So okay, yeah, you're looking for information about replicants going haywire. Uh, that is pretty much what you find. However, in your investigation, you can sort of pick up that like things have been left out or redacted or not mentioned, or maybe some files have been straight up just removed.
Okay. So I get okay. That's good. That's good. Okay. So I get my next step would be to I don't want really the Yakuza knowing about any of this in turn, because like I said, I want this information to be just for me. So the assassin thing, we have something there. So I would actually like to attempt to maybe create some sort of connection inside Wilson, specifically maybe a scientist of some sort that deals with the replicants.
All right. You will have to go there.
Yep.
Under the auspices of official business, which means you will have to be pursuing an investigation. And oh, look, you have an investigation. So you could definitely use this problem that you've been presented with as an excuse to go do that.
Okay, and that's what I'll do.
All right. And so with that, as everyone has had a chance to pursue their personal goals, or have their personal goals pursue them, as the case may be, we're going to take a very quick 10-minute break because we're also at our halfway mark. So join us in another 10 minutes, and you get to visit Leyland, Utah.
Sweet.
They sound cool.
They're totally cool, super cool.
Going on break.
Okay, nice countdown. Thank you. All right, so we return. And so, unless anyone has anything else that they would like to accomplish, we begin your next investigation, which I have titled The Last Ship. So, the mission briefing, as given to you by Deputy Holden, is that over at the Wayland Yutani Corporation, they build colony ships. Ships that are meant to essentially shuttle people to and from the colonies. It's very lucrative, but it's very expensive. And they use, as you might expect, replicants for a lot of the menial labor that goes into building something as ginormously freaking huge as a spaceship. Currently, there's been unrest. You're not sure exactly what's going on, but what has appeared in the mission briefing is the replicants have been getting unruly, organizing even. In Deputy Holden's words, listening to too goddamn much Pete Seeger. And did you have a question?
Oh.
Okay. All right. So recently, one of the ships in Air Dock blew up. And they would like you to find out who did it because they suspect it was intentional sabotage by the replicants. Fortunately, no one was hurt in the explosion, but that just sort of makes the replicants look even guiltier. So, the place to which you will be sent is the Inland Empire, or the Energy Empire. Yeah, I saw that, Aaron. So this is about an hour northeast of downtown. And it is a desert wasteland now and in Blade Runner. But at least right now, this wasteland is populated with wind farms, solar farms, protein farms, and essentially all of the agriculture and industry needed to support the teeming masses in Los Angeles. It also has the Wayland Yutani spaceship campus. Uh, so, um, so Wayland Yutani does have a corporate headquarters in downtown. And it's not quite as nice or as flashy as the Wallace Corp building, but it is here. It is in downtown. But then there is the air dock situated in the Energy Empire. You are told that your handler will be Genesis Wayland. So, any questions, any prep work, anything else that you would like to do?
Yes, I would actually.
Yes.
I would like to know all the projects, all the ones that are known to us currently of all the projects they're working on, if we could.
That Wayland Yutani is working on?
Yes.
Okay. So go ahead and give me a connections roll, please.
Pleasure you knowing. It was a pleasure knowing you.
Well, I just want. There's got to be public projects they've been doing, like 2.
Okay. All right. So, you discover a couple things. Peter Wayland, who is the founder of Wayland Corporation, his goal is very similar to Neander Wallace's goal of getting humanity not necessarily to abandon Earth, but off Earth, to expand into the stars. And the current problem So most of the colonies are like in the asteroid belt, or like the moons of Jupiter, still within the solar system. But their plan is to expand outside of the solar system. And the big limiting factor on that is that they don't have hyperspace drives. So just short of sub-light speed is the fastest you can go. And while that's super fast on Earth, it is like a bicycle ride on the freeway comparatively. Because so the nearest star system is 4 light years away. So it's going to take 4 years to get there. And that's the closest one. And so there are some companies working, like trying to figure out how can we master hyperspatial flight. What Wayland is going for is being able to put people in stasis. So like
Ooh.
cryogenic sleep. Currently that is not available. They have not developed that technology, but they are working on it. And it appears that he is working closely with Neander Wallace. They appear to be essentially business allies to that end. And let me check my notes. All right. So because you got 2 successes, the other thing that I will give you, the Wayland-Yutani merger has been very, very recent. And although most of the press has reported it as a merger, you see sort of reading between the lines, rumors, gossip places, that it was more a hostile takeover, that Yutani Corporation took over the Wayland Corporation. You're not sure exactly what that means, but that might be good information to have.
Oh yeah. Talk to some wing people. There's got to be somebody that's not happy about that. Okay. So that's it. That's all you can tell me right now.
For 2 successes, yes, that is
Okay.
what you get.
Sounds good.
You could push, try to get more.
Oh no. That's
If
honestly
you roll
that's
a
got
10.
that's plenty. No, that's plenty. So projects. There was also another thing I also wanted to. Can I get more of the fine details on this merger? Like what, like how much money was exchanged, what the terms were, stuff like that. That's got to be in public record, correct?
Sure.
Isn't that like government stuff?
Yeah, you look up the SEC filings, you have them numbers, business, rabble.
Okay. Anything of note in that?
Not really. 2 giant corporation nation states are getting married.
Yeah.
And it might be a shotgun wedding.
Yeah. Okay. That's it for me right now.
Okay. Anyone else? All right. So, you all load into your spinners to make the trip out to the Energy Empire. Evan, who's in the spinner with you?
That's
Yeah,
not
he
up to me
says.
to decide.
I'm just
I
throwing it out
suppose-
into the group.
I suppose it depends on how many people are driving, right? How we're all gonna file in together.
Oh god, it's like going to lunch with my team at work. Who's
So,
driving?
The spinners that you have department issue, you can have someone in the passenger seat and then someone like is ostensibly a suspect in the back. It's not super comfortable in the back. But you could also request a spinner bus, which if you've seen Blade Runner 2049, the fight at the end in the big one where like they try not to drown, that one would accommodate all of you. You could requisition that very easily. Drawback for that is you only have the one, so if one of you wanted to peel off and go do something else, you would leave your friends stranded.
So
But maybe you want to do that. I don't know. I don't judge.
so comfortably 3 spinners then.
I would be taking my own.
I would
Okay.
like to ride with Evan, if possible.
Okay.
Or if anyone
I-
wants to ride with me, that's fine. But I'll be taking.
I think it's pretty clear that
Can I
Evie's-
choose what's on the radio if I go with you?
Wait,
That's a
what?
no.
I think it's pretty clear that Evie would not elect to ride with Tanner unless forced to.
You don't care.
I'll go
either
with
way.
Cassius.
I'll go with whoever gives me a ride.
Evie's driving one, I guess. Let's go.
It's Quinn and Tanner. Quinn and Tanner.
I'm going in my own
Sure.
spinner. Oh yeah, sure. That's fine.
All by yourself.
Oh no, you're good. You're
okay.
good. You can go. I just
Oh, so Evie and Dutch once more. Let's go.
yep, and then Quinn and Tanner once
What could
more.
go wrong?
Sounds good.
All right. So, Evan, you get a call from Holden on your KIA.
That's not good. I'll put it on speakerphone.
Hey. Oh, fuck. This is EVA6U.
You can call me Evan, sir.
EVA6U. Great. So, report. What's the team like? Progress?
I mean, you were at the debrief. They're pretty surly. Bunch of dickheads.
Something I don't know.
I've been with them a day.
Who's the sympathist and who's the empathist?
Honestly, everyone's going back and forth on this. They're like, shoot the guy on the roof. No, don't shoot the guy on the roof. Oh, let's shoot the guy. Let's shoot the lady in front of the kid. Don't shoot the lady in front of the kid. I'm getting mixed signals.
All right, I'm going to explain something to you about how humans work. So, this whole situation, Rep Detect, LAPD, it is funded by the efforts of yon taxpayer. And you think, I mean, the average citizen. The average
No, I didn't
citizen
think that.
gives 2 fuck pennies in taxes. You can quote me on that. You know who pays the taxes that funds your lifestyle, that funds all of our lifestyles?
The fat cats?
The corporations.
Yep.
Now, you don't have to like it. God knows I hate it. That's the reality of the world we live in. That means what the corpos want, the corpos get. Have I made myself clear?
Yes.
Right. To make myself even clearer, this case is going to end with you finding the responsible replicant and retiring them.
You got it.
That is what I love to hear. Good fortune, son.
Alright.
Click.
So, let's not tell the others about that, huh?
Just looking at Evan. Evan, I know we didn't get the pleasure of really working together in the tail end of the last case, but
While you're talking, I'm loading my gun.
Mhm. Oh, interesting. I think we'll be on the same page fairly often.
I think so too. These replicants that aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing, following the script, are really fucking things up for me.
I'd imagine that'd be very distressing for you.
Some of you might be satisfied living on the street, but I don't get to live on the street. I get retired if I fuck up.
No, I never thought of it that way. With every single decision that you believe you're making leads to your possible death.
It's keep bringing in my own people or die.
Hmm. Well, let's make sure you stay alive.
Yeah, you too. Well, let's put on some classic music from before the timeline diverged.
I don't know this one.
Oh. We only have like 8 songs. Right?
I don't listen to much music. I find it distracting.
What do you listen to? You want to listen to the Dodgers game? I am a Dodgers fan. Did you listen to the game last night?
I missed that one, Evan.
Oh, it was quite the game.
Would you like to catch me up on it?
And he will, but I'm not going to roleplay that.
Perfectly fine. And I will
All right,
act like
so
I'm interested in what Evan is saying to
you
build
get
camaraderie.
very deep, very literal inside baseball.
Amazing.
Quinn and Tanner, Evie and Dutch, are there any conversations that you want to have with each other on your way over?
For on Evie's end, I think Evie is shockingly quiet after things that have happened recently. So that's on Dutch's end.
Dutch will be driving and he'll just remark like he's surprised that it's this quiet in here, so he'll like try putting on the station and look in the rear view to see if that stirs anything with Evie. And when nothing works after he's gone through like 6 stations, he'll shut off the radio and go like, "You okay, kid?"
I'm fine. Just,
Usually more talkative.
yeah. Yeah, it's just been a week after that whole shit show. I think that's
Yeah,
like
tell me
that's
about it.
the right description for it, shit show, right?
Yeah, pretty standard show.
Sorry you had to cover for my shit, but thank you.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Unless Evie wants to volunteer more information, is there anything that...
Fuck no.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Is there anything that Quinn and Tanner want to talk about?
So, if Tanner does want to talk to Quinn real quick, other in there, he's gonna be like, "Hey, Quinn, can I guess ask for a favor? Well, not really a favor. It could be something that could be involved in the case that we're working on. Hoping you could look something up for me. Is that okay?"
Maybe it depends on what it is, really.
It may even be like public record or anything like that. So I was doing some research on the Yutani. Some
Oh,
of
the Wayland
Yutani-
Yutani. Yeah.
Wayland Yutani deals and projects that they're doing, at least the public ones. Apparently, there was a merger between Wayland Yutani and Wing Corporation. Thing is it was very rushed and kind of forced.
Oh, yeah, I know a little bit about that. So, like, I guess the Yutani Corp did a hostile takeover of Wayland Corp. And Wallace Corp is working a little bit with them.
Like working with them to take the helping them do the hostile takeover?
What? Oh, not that I know of. I'd have to look a little more into that. It's just technology developments. I love technological developments, and so I kind of like pay attention.
Oh, understandable. Hostile take.
Yeah, let me just poke around on my unit here.
And more.
And God, what would you like me to roll?
Please.
I'm also gonna say, like, there's also another project, if you could look up as well, that are looking up that they're working on space engines of some sort. Do you think that maybe a prototype could have been on this ship?
Sure, I can check that out too. I'd imagine that they'd test things out before sticking things on a ship.
All right, 3 successes. Amazing. So, Quinn, as far as you know, Wayland Yutani is not investigating hyperspace drives. You get the names of mega corporations that are. Wayland Yutani is not one of them. They are all in New York, so essentially on the moon as far as you're concerned, because the mega cities are essentially almost nations unto themselves. So fuck what New York is doing, that doesn't affect us. Of course, people at the UN might take a different outlook, but that's the average Angelino attitude. So Wayland Yutani is not working on hyperspace drives. They are working on stasis, cryosleep. Essentially, we put you to sleep for 10 years, and you wake up in a new star system. Hooray. Having not aged a day. They keep saying that they are close to a breakthrough, but they have not announced one. And you see, just sort of like reading the comments sections of the articles that you find, rumors that their safety record is real bad. So OSHA has no presence here. There's a lot of worker injuries that happen on a Wayland site, and the company does not give a fuck. And it's like, some of it is, yeah, well, who cares? They're just replicants. They can always buy more. They've got more money than God. Well, no, Neander Wallace is God. They have almost enough money as God. It's sort of the flavor of the comment conversations that you read.
Okay. Now,
I share all that with Tanner.
So, out of character, a hostile takeover, is that normal in Blade Runner in general?
It's normal in real life.
It's a normal business maneuver. So it's essentially one business has purchased enough stock in another business that they're like, we're in charge now.
Is it common or is it normal?
I guess a little bit of both. Because I'm trying to kind of correlate a reason why they would do that, and if they're just, I guess, if there's going to be people that are mad about it, is it something that, like, a specific reason why they would have gobbled up this company?
So it is uncommon, but it is normal. So it is something that happens, just not that often, just because it is so expensive. But Yutani thought that there was clearly something in Wayland that they wanted. Go ahead and give me an insight roll, please.
Me or Quinn?
Tanner.
Tanner, okay. Insight roll. Fuck! Okay, we're gonna push it.
Okay.
Wait, what does that say?
You're picking, if you click the
choose
push.
what
Oh yeah,
dice.
got you.
I would choose the one that has the 2 dice because
2 dice, got you.
Yeah.
1.
There you go.
Oh, but you also rolled a 1.
What?
You
That-
did. It's right there.
That's just not fair, man.
All right. So, what happens is you are just on your Kia unit uh doing a real deep dive into the Wayland Yutani Corporation, the Wayland Corporation, the Yutani Corporation. And essentially what you conclude is that this probably benefits overall both companies. However, Peter Wayland has a god complex and didn't want to give up control of his precious company, and so the Yutani kind of forced his hand into it. And so as you are reading this, this is a lot of business talk that you are simply not used to and don't understand. And just trying to wrap your brain around these high level concepts, you're like, I hate this so much.
Okay.
It stresses you out, lose a point of resolve.
Really? Okay.
You rolled a 1 on a push, my dude.
Yeah, you're
Them's
right.
the
You're right.
rules.
Okay, so next thing I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna take pictures of all the parts that I kind of didn't understand,
Okay.
or like screenshot them or whatever. Basically, save the articles.
So you do understand it because you did succeed on the roll.
Okay.
It's just, it was kind of a struggle that stressed you out to justify the 1.
Got you. Okay. So this is more for Jared's understanding. He forced, basically, Peter's hand was forced to buy the wing company,
Forced
correct?
to sell. Forced to sell.
Oh, forced to sell Wayland Yutani?
So Peter Wayland founded the Wayland Corporation.
Correct, yes.
And traded it on the public stock market. That let the Yutani Corporation buy a controlling interest. So, like if you buy 5% of a company's stock, you get a 5% say in what they do.
Okay, yeah, no. I know that. I'm just saying, like, no, I know that. I'm just saying is that Yutani basically bought up the Wing Corporation. The Wing Corp, if I'm not mistaken, the Wing Corporation's owner is kind of a little bit of a god complex and didn't want to give it up. So basically, they forced his hand. Okay, that's what I meant. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's sort of like with Elon Musk buying Twitter.
Yep.
He offered so much money that they sort of had to say yes, even if they didn't want to.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah. And so you would expect that on the ground there would be a lot of tension between the two factions of the corporation, because there was probably a lot of redundancies. A lot of people lost their job because, you don't need 2 HR departments, you just need 1. So who stays, who goes?
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
Yep, I'm good.
Any other?
Yes, Quinn will be messing around on their Kia, and when Tanner's not really paying attention but driving, they will like take a selfie with Tanner in the background and add all sorts of like weird little emojis and send it to everybody on the team.
Okay. So yeah, you all get this picture of Tanner looking at his own Kia unit. Like, what the fuck?
Would I get it or everybody else? Just everybody else?
And Quinn's in the foreground just going,
Are you sending a copy to Tanner as well?
Every Kia unit, including Holden.
Oh, God.
From Holden, you get back the message, get back to work.
I look at my phone and I'm like, you could have just asked me for a picture. I would have smiled for you.
Oh, Okay.
And we'll take another picture if she lets me.
He's fucking too. Oh, we should not have let. It's like Dutch. We should not let Quinn go with that dirty ass cop. This is gonna go bad for her.
Flower crowns everywhere.
Yeah.
All right. So you pull into the Wayland Yutani Energy Empire campus. And so I meant to do a map and I'm halfway through it in Photoshop, so you can't see it yet. You'll see it next week.
No,
So-
now.
No. Okay, fine, but half the buildings that you need to visit won't be there.
But half will.
So you'll halfway solve the mystery. All right, so the land is dominated by this concrete behemoth, which is the air dock for the spaceship. It is where they build the ships meant to go into space, which, as you might imagine, take up a tremendous amount of room. You okay, Evie? And you see small outbuildings sort of surrounding the big, giant manufacturing center. From the air in the spinner, you would assume, like, oh, hey, those look like barracks. Oh, there's a tennis court on the roof of that building. Only nobody plays tennis because the air out here sucks. It is very hot and dry, and this is even more jarring because you're used to being in the city where it's raining like all the time. And you know, you're used to like the faint scent of seawater from the Sepulveda's seawall, and that's all gone too. So it is very much an environmental change for you. So you set down your spinners in the spinner parking lot. And so waiting there for you is a woman in her mid-30s. She has a very perfectly cut asymmetrical bob, the height of fashion, and her clothes are similarly very well fitting, very trendy and stylish. She has essentially not really a KIA unit because it's not hooked into the same network that yours are, but her own functional tablet device that she uses to do her job. And you see sort of standing a little bit next to her and a little bit behind her, quite clearly a replicant, very square-jawed, blonde hair, standing calmly at attention, probably her assistant. So you land, and she walks up with her hand outstretched and says, Rep Tech Unit. Yes?
Yes.
Good. I was told to meet you here. I am Genesis Wayland. I believe you were expecting me.
That I am? Well, we were anyways.
Wonderful, wonderful. This is my assistant, David. He can get you anything you need. What?
Is he like a tall, handsome man?
Very tall, very handsome, very blonde.
Perfect hair?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I know what he is.
Jawline there.
Perfectly chiseled.
Real,
jawline.
real crop we got here.
I get
He's a
the
straight
side.
man.
I get the silent reporting jokes, and now there's in-game horny jokes. I see.
Tanner's like, well, he's like, wow, this guy probably plays golf on.
We're
the
talking
weekend."
about Michael Fassbender here.
Okay.
I mean, they cast Michael Fassbender in the role. This is who we're working with, a young Michael Fassbender.
Hmm.
So, Why don't you take us through step by step on what happened here, or what everyone? I'm sure you took statements of some sort. Think you can have someone kind of walk us through that?
Oh, well, I have not taken any statements. I thought it would be better to let you interview any potential witnesses. But yes, I would be more than happy to take you on a tour of the facilities.
Great, because it's hot as hell out here. Got any water? Walks right past her.
Yes, David, please. And so he like scurries away and scurries back and hands you a bottle of water.
Look.
Okay. Yes. So, and so you are given the tour of the area. And so she brings you into the air dock, which is normally roped off. Oh, someone broke Aaron. Who broke Aaron?
Freya.
Great.
Reverse and
All
that's
right.
funny.
So, getting my thoughts back in order, sorry. So she takes you into the air dock where you see a half-built spaceship. So you see like the big plasteel bones that they would eventually lay the hull on. And you can see where they were also sort of building the innards. So like, oh yeah, I can see, straight to the galley because that's where the bulkheads are supposed to be, and they haven't been put in yet. And you can also see there's this big almost hole cut out of the rear of the ship where something exploded and quite clearly has damaged the ship. And so, as Genesis is walking you through the giant hangar and the remains of the ship, she's like, yes, and you see right here, you're probably not familiar with the mechanics or business of spaceship engineering or construction, but let me promise you that you are looking at at least $500 billion worth of damages right now. And of course, we are insured, but our insurance company is requiring a complete police report before they pay out.
Yeah, we're definitely most concerned about the dollar signs. Yeah, for sure. That's our highest priority.
Oh, well, I assume you know what's at stake here.
A lot more than $1 trillion, I'd say.
Yes, quite. This is one of the colony ships. This one was meant to, oh goodness, asteroid belt. Going to build a very, very nice settlement up there for colonists who have spent their entire lives working for a visa.
How generous you are. Wow. I am I think I need to take a step away for a moment to process these feelings. She's like walks like 2 feet and lights a cigarette, just back turned.
So Genesis just doesn't say anything, but looks to the rest of you with the question on her face.
Hello?
Is clearly like, is this normal? Is she okay?
Can you wait a
She's
half
fine.
hour?
Don't worry.
All right. Well,
20.
I suggest if
Right,
you
okay.
wish to speak to someone, I would suggest speaking to Jana Meyer. She is one of our materials analysts. She might be able to, well, I suppose gunshot residue isn't the proper term, but she might be able to analyze chemical residue, tell you what sort of explosives were used. I do still dust for fingerprints. Is that even a thing?
I still do. I can't speak for the rest of these jokers, but
Oh, I have a
Evie-
scanner
Evie's
now.
like Evie's like violently smoking this cigarette now to keep her mouth shut. Just
Oh, well,
So-
dust away.
You'll have to
you-
forgive her. She just quit smoking.
Oh, I understand. Well, you could also speak to our head of security, Mr. Wade Hayden. He was working the night shift in which it all happened, and I also suggest, though I recommend discretion, you speak with Priya. She is the leader, I say. She has no formal position other than a worker here, but the other replicants do look to her for some guidance. I suppose that we got what we deserved when we ordered Doxy models, but you might wish to speak with her as
I don't understand what that means.
well. Which means, dear?
That's what you get for ordering Doxy models.
Oh, well, and so she starts pointing out like very narrow corridors in the ship. You see, it's very difficult to string wiring in these very tight spaces. So we decided to order some Doxies. They are a bit smaller than the normal worker and far more dexterous. So quite suited to doing the work that needs doing in these tight spaces. But they are incredibly charismatic, I'm sure you know. And so she has accumulated something of a following.
I don't see why
Familiar
that's
with
bad.
Doxy.
Oh, well, it is causing work slowdowns, if not outright stoppages, which business.
How many
So
replicants do you employ?
Oh, well, on this campus, we have a crew of, let me see if I can recall, we have about 80 replicants who work in staggered shifts. Their barracks are, I think you can see it just over there. That's where they live, spend their off time when they're not here working. And then we have a staff of about 40 humans, mostly in management, administration, team leads, that sort of thing.
can you tell me, do you guys know exactly what caused the explosion?
No, that's why we ask for detectives.
Okay. Can you at least tell me where all of your explosives in general would be?
Oh,
Like where they're stored at, on the ship itself, any like gas, combustibles, stuff like that, where the compartments are.
You would probably want to talk to Miss Meyer about that. She's our materials expert, chemical expert.
Okay. Thank you.
We'll get started on speaking to those people you suggested. Thank you so much for your time, Genesis.
Yes. Are there any other questions? Any other?
Um,
Rachel, you got
Uh,
muted at the end there.
And she was trailed
why
off.
did you do it? Now, am I freezing?
No, you do like literally it was just like your last little tidbit got cut off. At least for me anyway, I couldn't hear it.
Oh, I might have just trailed off. She's like, yes. If there's any other
Okay.
information I can provide.
would this Jenna Meyer have any like schematics of the ship?
Oh, yes, I'm sure she would.
Awesome, because I'm gonna need those.
I will ensure they are provided to you post haste.
Oh, out of character, Jenna Meyer is an engineer, correct?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Never mind.
I'd like to speak to your head of security. What'd you say his name was? Wade?
Wade.
Yes, Mr. Wade Holden.
Evie will flick her cigarette, annoyed, and turn back out. Where can I find Priya?
Well, I'm not exactly sure where she would be at this moment. As you can see, we've had to stop operations for the duration of the investigation, but
sure.
probably at the replicant barracks.
Sounds good.
Anything else?
That shoots a look over at me like, I need you to come with me. Go see this head of security guy.
Is that an order, Dutch?
No. It's like I need your help.
All right. Well, I will let you do your job, get out of your hair. If you need me, I will be at the administration building, and if I am not available, David certainly will be. Feel free to ask him or me, probably him. He is a little more accessible than I am. Anything.
Well,
Thanks.
thank you.
Thank you so much, Hans. He'll
What's what?
Hey,
walk
Gwen.
away. David will follow her. Unless you ask him to stay.
I don't know.
I think most of the players want to watch him walk away.
Yep.
Okay.
Not Evie.
What's with the hostile
Yeah,
tone,
no.
Evie?
Pleasant players.
What's with the come with me thing here?
I need your help.
For fucking what?
Well, I'm gonna ask some questions to the security guy. I need to look at his footage. I need to know if they're hiding anything.
That sounds like a Quinn job. I'm a people person, not a tech person.
Really, I thought you were a human lie detector pretty well last time we worked together.
Fine, let's fucking go. Alright, let's go.
And Tanner's gonna ask Quinn. So you had some questions about the schematics. How about we go check out Jana?
Yeah, that sounds great. I think she's right up my alley.
Same here. And we're off.
Well, then I guess that leaves us with talking to the
Pariah?
synthetic life forms.
I would have thought you wanted to check out the scene of the crime.
That we could do, yeah, that too.
All right. So Dutch and Evie are going to speak to Wade. Evan and Cassius are speaking to Priya, and Tanner and Quinn are speaking to Wade. Is that correct?
Correct.
On Evan's actually good point. We should probably go. Well, me and him. If you want to, then we'll go check out the actual explosion first.
Sure.
Okay. All right. So let's start with that, since that is where everyone is currently located. So go ahead, both of you give me, what would this be? So, all right, one
What?
person can give me an observation roll, and one person can give me an insight roll.
Well, we're almost done. That's why.
Those are the same for
Yeah.
me.
I'll be right there.
My insight's much better.
No, I'll do observation.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. So, with that observation, Cassius, you are able to figure out, yes?
If I push, hypothetically,
Uh-huh.
as long as I don't roll a 1, I'm not taking the resolve damage, correct?
Yes.
You
So
also
you
do.
could-
You also. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so you could, you keep the resulting roll. So you can push and fail, but as
Mhm.
long as you don't roll a 1, you don't take damage.
You also choose which dice you're re-rolling, so you
Right.
don't have to re-roll both. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I know I can re-roll the 3 specifically. Yeah, okay. I would like to push.
Go ahead.
So I want to re-roll that 3, so I'm re-rolling that d10. which goes up to a 9, baby.
69. We've had
Nice.
4 69s tonight, I think we've had.
Yeah.
So yeah, so just I'm looking over, I see whatever that initial piece of information you said was, but it's just every time I
Okay.
take a drag, enhance.
All right. So, what you find is, all right, so the explosion started here. You can pinpoint it to within about a meter or so. And let's see. You can tell that what happened was that the explosion happened and it pushed outward, so nothing shot the spaceship. And it pushed outward, and then whatever exploded started a fire. And you can see where the fire spread and how it burned. So, Evan, with your insight roll, I assume, Cassius, you're sharing these observations with him.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
We're basically doing that scene from The Wire.
Fuck.
Only say fuck.
Fuck.
Like as everyone leaves, I assume we're like taking like tape measures and like set like laser pointers and going fuck.
I'm standing over here, just kind of doing like a. Oh.
Okay, so Evan, what you determine is like it is very weird that the fire got so big and so far because these materials are not supposed to be flammable.
And possibly
You
storage on a
also-
construction site like this would require proper safety protocols.
You also figure out that this was part of the ship that was under the most progress. It was, there are parts that are 20% constructed, 50% constructed. This one was about 80, 90% constructed.
Do we know what part it was?
The bulk, so essentially near the rear where the engines are. And so the engines themselves also took damage, which is why Genesis was like, it's costing us so much money.
Explosion was near the
So this
engines.
was definitely someone who knew what they were doing and what to hit.
Yep.
And with your information that it came from inside the house,
Inside.
sabotage.
Someone who definitely had the ability to both access the ship, make the way around it with enough time, set everything up. Was there any? So the materials that are on the ship are not supposed to be flammable,
Or at least
Is-
in this section where the fire was.
where the fire was. So what I want to
Yeah,
do
so
is we need to get Quinn in here and see if they can find any sort of accelerant that's been placed inside of the initial blast zone.
Mhm.
Okay.
Or at least just outside of it that may not have caught.
Good
Quinn
work,
knows what we're
Evan.
doing. Quinn's smart.
Good initial work.
Mhm.
Okay. And so, do you want to bring Quinn in now or wait for that later?
We'll wait for us all to loop through our initial thing.
Well,
and
how
find
long
some-
do we think Quinn's scene partner is going to be?
Well, so essentially what is going to happen is we're very close to wrapping up right now. And so I'm going to ask if there's any final things that you want to look at or investigate. And next week, we're going to begin the formal shift system, where you spend a shift of investigation.
Then if we can call Quinn in before everyone kind of goes their separate ways, I mean, yeah, it's all the same to me. So
I will give Quinn this that so you can take samples of like, all right, here's the epicenter where the explosion was, here's where the fire spread to, here's the very far end of the fire. You can take those samples right now and you can analyze them, and that will be your investigation shift next game.
Like the
Right.
sound of that.
Okay. Is there anything that you or Dutch would like to take care of? Like, I guess the best way to put it would be preparing for your investigation shift.
I want to look at the tapes, the security tapes of what captured before and after the explosion. I also want to know if there was anything nearby, like another shuttle coming in, and if they
Mhm.
had any sort of surveillance that we can look through.
Okay.
While he's looking through the tapes, he's gonna ask for Evie to chat up the head of security, Wade, and just study him for a moment, find out if there's anything funny going on with him or his department.
All right. So for that, Evie, give me a very quick insight roll.
Okay. Oh boy, terrible.
Would you like to push?
Ooh, all right. The four is D10. Okay.
One's
So,
only hurt if they turn up when you push.
but I had like the one's gonna stick around if I push though, because I can't reroll the one.
You can't reroll the one, right?
Fuck. I just got that resolve back.
Oh
You
no!
don't have to spend it. You don't have to spend it.
Yeah, I don't trust my after this the pre-roll I did this session. I do not trust my luck tonight, so I am not going to
Okay.
push this roll.
All right. I will tell you that Wade Hayden is very kind, very polite, and is sort of falling all over himself to make sure that you get whatever you want.
Okay, super helpful. Okay.
Wait, what's his
Oh,
name?
well, so hold on. Betty just redeemed benevolence, and I believe you can only use those during session. So that means
Okay. Hey, Betty.
thanks, Betty. So I will roll my extra with advantage. Is it your which dice do you roll, or which dice do you add rather?
Let me look that up for you very quickly.
Yeah, because I have for insight, my D10 is my base stat, but D12 is my insight. I roll the 1 on insight. That's the one I should bet on.
All right. The Roll20 app is not being super helpful, so let me look up the Dead Tree book. You may roll a third die.
Okay.
And you can pick which one. So I assume you're
All right,
gonna roll
I
the
will
highest
reroll
one.
the D12 then. Yeah,
Okay.
100%.
Nice.
It is
Oh.
it is still just garbage. So thanks, Betty. We tried.
Okay.
I knew I knew my future was going to be rolling tonight.
All right. So then that carries forward. Just he's super nice, super helpful. He is a young man, early 20s. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for your help. We might get in touch
Thank
later.
you, Betty. All right. Jared has had to step away, so he doesn't get to answer this question. All right. Anything else from anyone before we wrap up for tonight?
If there are any replicants in the area, I would like to ask them where to find Priya for later.
Okay. Yeah, you get directions to where she's at the
Perfect.
replicant barracks. You can sort of tell this place is just such a tremendous wasteland that like there's nowhere else to go.
Got it.
All right. Okay. Cool. So with that, we will wrap up this week. Thank you all for playing. There we go. Thank you all so much for playing. This was so much fun. Thank you for our beautiful audience members. You've done such a good job. Done such a good job. Like this is your job. I'm so sorry. That was a brain fart. No, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for the points that you have redeemed. Uh, Always a lot of fun. So, if we just want to do one quick round of who we are, where you can see our faces on the internet next time.
Hello, everybody. It's me, your favorite changeling in the whole wide world. Definitely. Anyway, you can find me all over the internet as Am Changeling and on Etsy at Thornkind, where you can get the very gay stickers, the very trans stickers. Piss off your local Republicans. Get some stickers. And you can find me playing again next week, same time, same place. Same face, probably, unless I steal someone else's.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Arian, once more. You can find me pretty much everywhere as Picatulu. You can next see this face in a different wig and different makeup. On Sunday, I'll be over at Girls Run These Worlds, doing our They Came from Camp Murder Lake Contoured Charisma Season 2 game, where I think I've done all the things in a horror movie where, like, I'm probably gonna die first as a PC. So enjoy my wonderful death next week, probably. So.
Hello, it's me, Ben, Big Dad. I don't have anything planned to run on my channel this week, so you can find me here on Friday.
Oh boy.
Should run something, Ben.
I'm tired all the time.
Oh, okay.
I have a child that is now starting to ask me questions.
Whoops. And Cthulhu, you have a question in Twitch chat.
Oh, so Girls Run These Worlds is the channel. I'm actually about to suggest Rachel raid them because they are still going right now.
Yeah, we can raid them.
That is Sunday at 3 p.m. Pacific.
And we did
I'm
musical
Dutch now.
chairs.
Hello,
All right.
I'm
Sorry.
Eric. I play Dutch. You can find me here on Friday.
There you go.
So I guess that just leaves Steve.
Oh, I didn't realize. Oh, yeah, you're right. Hi, I'm Steve. Don't find me on the internet. And next time you'll find me on this channel will be Monday, where I'll be playing a Tranquil Mage who got to off-screen murk a bunch of wyverns. It's awesome. So, yeah.
All right. Anyway, thank you all so much. I'm Rachel. I'm still on Fires. You can find me here and whatever other social media app is going on. You should check out our absent producer, which is going to be a problem in about 5 minutes.
Well, if you raid like at least the channel will lead out, they won't. No one will be able to hear us or anything.
Right.
So yeah.
So you can find me still on Fire's most social medias. And yes, so our schedule this coming week, there's going to be Dragon Age on Monday night, Monday afternoon for my time. It should be a lot of fun. They are resolving the Kirkwall issue. And then after that will be Curse of Strahd. She is the Ancient. It's a really fun take on the Strahd mythos where they have gender swapped Lady Strahd. Everyone there is a great cast. They're having a lot of fun. On Wednesdays, I stream Dragon Age Inquisition, which is also a lot of fun. Hooray, we have our producer back. Then Thursdays is
Yep,
Solid
sorry about
Metal Battletech a game, but this Thursday you will just be able to watch the game runner paint his minis and just chat with people. So, yeah, so very quickly, Leo, we are signing off if you just want to give people your commercials.
Okie doke. See you guys.